Hi friends, my name is Rosa. I'm a teaching artist here at the Pérez Art Museum, Miami. Today's art making activity is outside, and it's inspired by a painting titled Maratoloco by the artist Beatriz Milhazes. Beatriz Milhazes is an artist from Brazil. She lives and works in Rio de Janeiro. Her painting, Maratoloco, is part of the museum's collection. It's a beautiful, colorful painting with shapes and colors inspired by nature. The materials you're going to need for today's art making activity are colored pencils or markers, paper. The paper could be color paper or white paper, anything that you can find at home. And I want you to find an object at home. I found a can in the kitchen. It could be any kind of object. It could be a brush, a phone, anything that you can use to trace on top of a piece of paper. Okay, let's get started. Let's talk and let's think about patterns. What are patterns? Patterns are things that repeat over and over again. And we find pattern everywhere around us. There are patterns that are sound patterns, there are visual patterns. In dance, there are patterns. And today we're going to create your own design and your own pattern. So what I have chosen is a can. It's going to give me a circular pattern. So the first step is get your object and you're going to place it somewhere on the sheet of paper. Don't worry too much about where. Just place it somewhere. You're going to choose a color. I'm going to start with blue, and you're going to trace it one time on the paper. For now, just one time. And then you're going to place your object in another part of the paper and you're going to trace it again. We're going to do this, how about 4 more times? Just trace it, and your object can be off the paper. It doesn't have to fit completely off the paper. So we have, so far, 4 circles. Let's continue. Let's trace the object 4 more times, anywhere on the paper, and you can have them overlap. They don't have to be separated from each other. And actually, not only 4 times, you're just going to fill your paper with this pattern. Mine is a circle, so I'm just going to fill all of my paper with circles by tracing my object onto the page. And I'm just going to fill it all up. And I want to show you, because it can come off the paper. I want you to fill the entire paper. I still have a little bit more to do here. Take your time. It doesn't have to be traced perfectly. You can see that my circles are not perfect. You can do it a little bit slower and trace slower. I think I have to do just a tad bit more. See how the circles create new shapes? That's kind of the idea. So fill your paper up. I still need a few more circles traced on my paper. I want mine to be really dense because I'm creating new shapes. And I kind of like that. Just a few more times. And if you have someone near you, you can ask them, hey, what do you think? Do I need more shapes? Do I need to trace a little bit more? Let's see. I'm going to do one more here and one more here. And I'm going to show you, and one more in this corner that seemed to be kind of by itself. Oh, one more here too. You're going to fill your entire paper. Just as many of your shapes as you can get. So something like this. Mine is pretty balanced. Actually, I'm going to add one more here and then we can go to the next step. So I hope that you're with me and that you filled your paper with shapes. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the only sheet of paper I had was yellow. So I'm going to use the background color yellow as my background. I don't have to choose yellow as a color. So now you're going to think about, what color should I start? And we're going to use several different colors. I'm going to start with pink, and I'm going to just color in some of the new shapes that I made. So you can do the same, just pick a color. I'm going to color in just some of the shapes that are new, created by overlapping the circle. I'm gonna scatter them in different parts of the paper so they're not all in the same place. And I'm gonna color them in. Okay, I've got 4. But I want to use almost all the colors that I have. You can select just a few colors, it's up to you, or use the whole array of colors in the rainbow. I'm gonna color one more. You can color quickly or not. So I want to just show you. So I've selected the pink, different places. I have the yellow, and I have the blue lines. Okay, let's pick another color. Let's move to our second color. I'm gonna pick green, my favorite. And again, I'm gonna color in some of the new shapes in green. And this is kind of what we're going to do, progressively adding new colors to the shapes to create a new pattern, a new design of your own. And you can do these with different, you can make it more complex by choosing 2 shapes. This is quite simple, just 1. Okay, green, and now I'm gonna choose dark blue and continue. You can choose as many colors as you like. And this could take quite a long time, especially if you take your time in coloring within the lines of your new shapes. I actually did this earlier, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like at the end. So as you add new colors, you can just spread them around in different places. And I'm gonna share with you now what it looks like, or what it could look like at the very end. So this is my finished work of art, my pattern design. I hope you like it. I do. See you next time. Bye, friends.